Hi everybody. In this lesson, I continue to talk about form with Redux action. The main purpose is that in this video is to do make a button, the submit button, to dispatch a Redux action. So you can add separate submit to a separate file and okay. Let's continue with the previous lesson here. We have the same user interface, and now in this lesson, the submit button will dispatch a Redux action. Please come to here and remove the reset. It is not necessary, and we concentrate on this button, the submit button. So the submit button here will use Redux action, and we define a blank file form name. This file will contain the form name and the container folder. We create a new folder for storing container in Redux. Inside this, I can create a new file, remote submission, submit button .js. In this form name file, I define a constant of the form name. So if you have multiple forms in your application, you can define it in a separate file. So you import the contact form. Contact form is also a string, always a string, and you replace this form name. So the on submit will point to the submit function, and this is a form name. The form name is unique in your application. It means that each form has a separate name. What about this button? This is a remote submit button replaced to the button. So you have to add some of the library for Redux, connect some of the component here, and I will define this button as a container. So firstly, you need a you install the remote submit button here to so it will export and connect. So this is the container connect remote submit button. This is a container, and remote submit button is above is a component, a Reactnative component. And so we have button, we have a touchable opacity button with the on press. And what can we do in the on press? In the on press, I can dispatch an action. We can dispatch an action. So this action is overall in your application. So dispatch action and uses submit with the contact form with the form name. We have an action in Redux form. Okay. So the submit here is from the Redux form library. So dispatch this. You can also dispatch this anywhere in your application. So you can add some of the button here in a separate file, not in the same file with the form. So import remote submit button here, and you replace the old button with a new button by scroll down to this and remove this. It is not necessary, and I replace this with the remote submit button which integrate the Redux action here. Okay, so the result is the same as in the previous lesson. no other change, but this video only show you to add a button with Redux, so you can use it in a bigger application to separate and manage the action in Redux for submitting your data. Okay, so this is the end of my lesson today about dispatching Redux action in submit form. Thank you so much. Please subscribe to my channel or download code in GitHub here for more detail. Bye bye.